Hey everyone, it's Mustangofold. As I mentioned in one of my previous videos, I've had some issues with my recording software. It updated and dropped me to a frame rate of 4 frames per second whenever I was in-game, so that was completely unusable. I fought with other software during that time period, however I couldn't get anything to work. So I've lost a large amount of footage on some of the projects I was working on. One of those projects is in front of you. It is a skeleton spawner that is near Oberon. I've spent a few hours digging it out and prepping it. Alchemy Girl is now joining me, and we will attempt to finish off this project. Okay, I've finished getting the mob elevator up and running. Alchemy Girl has finished her work on the chamber inside. Next step, going inside where the spawner is to add in the water, and then we will be able to get it running. As some of you may have noticed, I screwed up on my sign placement. Instead of stopping the water from crossing into the fall channel, I've actually made a bridge. So I'm going to have to work on that next. The easiest way I can think of to do the repairs inside of this spawner is to temporarily shut it down. I'll be adding a lot of light, and then I will venture back inside and do my repairs. It looks like I misplaced a sign in the dropper portion of this. That'll be more interesting to fix. My lights are in place, nothing appears to be spawning. I'll be able to head inside and start my repairs. Okay, signs have been repaired. I have a few things to tidy up in here that I messed with. Then the next stop is going to the surface, then going into the air, and trying to figure out what I did wrong in the dropper portion. That'll be a little more tricky because it's currently full of skeletons. That sounds like an awful lot of unhappy guys. I'm just going to start pillaring up, and we'll see what we see when I get up there. Boy, they're a little louder up here. I'm going to build a little platform to do my work on. Then I'm going to knock a hole in and see what I can do to fix it. Safety rails! That's what I forgot. Give me a moment here. Okay, now that I'm not going to be swept off and fall to my doom, it's time to start shooting fish in a barrel. Two left, one left, done. That was a hell of a lot of skeletons. Wow, I did the same thing up here as I did down there, put the sign on the wrong side. So, I will disassemble everything that I need to get in, and then I'm going to fix the sign. Sign has been fixed, so now I just need to repair everything up here, clear out all my scaffolding, and then I will be able to head back down. I'm back on the ground. I'm going to remove the lights. Everything is sealed. All the water is working the way it's supposed to be. Fingers crossed, that is. I'll go check on this in the basement momentarily. Now for the moment of truth. Heading down to see what is actually happening. Ah, first customer. Oh, maybe not the first, but it's working! Now that the spawner is working properly, Alchemy Girl and I are going to start working on an access point back to Oberon. The existing one was just temporary, so we're going to be tunneling over to Oberon, and we'll get prepped and set up, and then if anything interesting happens, I'll show you what's going on. This is the last set of blocks that I need to remove for the tunnel. After this, I'll work on the elevator access to the surface. The type of access to the surface I'm putting in today is basically a minecart elevator. Minecart is suspended on an open trap door or a ladder. You right click to go up, you left shift and then fall down the hole to descend. And that's that. You just continue repeating the same steps all the way up to whatever level you want to stop your elevator at. I don't know who originally came up with this design. I like it, but I can't remember where I saw it. So if anyone does know, please leave a comment. The other variation is you use ladders instead of trapdoors. That slows your descent somewhat, so if you're doing multi-floor, you just lay a strip of ladders at the floor so you have time to dismount or mount the elevator. And remember to do this empty-handed so you don't actually break the cart that you're trying to ascend to. That's got us to the surface. After this, it's fine-tuning to make sure everything is working right.